I like video games.
All set.
Three, two, one. Hades, a story so nice. They told it twice, thrice, but pentice or whatever the word is for that one. It was released 5 different times. It's in my report. Hades is a game released by Supergiant Games. It's a roguelite hack and slash, amazing go fight stab thing game. You're probably seeing the gameplay somewhere in this video. Hopefully, if I'm have enough time. Basically, you go fight things in the underworld, and the whole point is escape because dad bad, big bad.
What I was trying to say was, Hades is a game where you fight hordes of enemies in a series of randomly generated dungeons, while having the ultimate goal of escaping your father, Hades, the ruler of the underworld, and reach the surface. Now I'm assuming you're already aware of a decent chunk of the game if you viewed my report, but if not, then hello random YouTube viewer, this is not a good starting point of knowing about the game. This video is a replacement for the personal insight section of my report, so I'll try to keep it short and just say any personal experiences I've had with the game. You know that feeling when you open a good book or start an amazing movie and you don't realize when 3 hours have suddenly gone by? Yeah, that was my first time opening Hades in 2020. Hades, as you can see from the gameplay, does not have a complicated battle system, but I think there's a beauty in its simplicity. The variety of mechanics also provide a sense of freedom for the player to explore the various combinations they can come up with to tackle the many different enemies the game throws at them. In my opinion, one of the most fun parts of the game is when, due to the randomized luck based mechanics of a roguelite game, the game forces you to adapt to the current situation and not only engage you in the core combat part of the gameplay, but also keep you thinking of ways where you can utilize all the current resources you have available so that you can take the best course of action. Hades takes inspiration from Greek mythology. And I say it's inspired and not a complete retelling of Greek mythology because Hades uses Greek characters as a foundation for its story and builds upon a lot of the characters with their own narratives. If you're aware of the legendary musician Orpheus in Greek myth and the story of how he descended down to hell to find his muse again, how he bargained with the lord of the underworld, and how he tragically meets his end, well, then you're in for a treat as Orpheus, or well, as our generation would probably call him, Lil O with the big harp, has an optional storyline that you can choose to complete where you can free Orpheus from the contract of being stuck as the eternal court musician of the House of Hades. Orpheus, when we first meet him, is heartbroken and his music has left him, along with his muse. A bit later on, when we tell Orpheus that we came across Eurydice, he is so overjoyed by just the fact alone that Eurydice is somewhere out there and that she's doing well, that he finally gets his will to play music again. And finally, when you free Orpheus from the contract, he is beyond elated and almost shocked. This is a gross oversimplification of the side plot, but the point that I'm trying to make is that even though it's a completely optional side quest that some players might not even attempt, let alone finish, there is so much love, care, and attention to detail put in. And this is the best part is that this is one of the many stories that occur throughout your time with Hades. I don't think I'm qualified enough to explain the music of Hades in theory terms, so I'll just show you the range of music we have in this game, all composed by the same composer throughout the soundtrack, Darren Korb. This is the final boss theme when you first fight Hades. It's almost a variation of the main menu theme, which is a cool touch and maybe a way to show how Hades has been seeing you all this time and keeping you in check. So the first and last song that you hear in the game are just variations of his song. But you know what is missing? Like what this is missing? It's some oomph. Maybe like crank up the guitar a bit, because it's a stressful fight. It's a very fast-paced, hard fight. So we should feel it in the music. Well, if you're brave enough to adjust the difficulty meter just a bit more, then you might meet Hades in his third and true final phase, and his music. I think it speaks for itself. Another thing I find fascinating is how Darren Korb can go from composing pieces like that to something like this. There's not much to say. Hades has a very distinct art style, and I think it works wonderfully with its whole vibe. I mean, you've been seeing bits of it throughout the video, so I don't think I can give better examples other than more in-game screenshots or footage, I guess. In conclusion, Hades is a wonderful game. Please, I would highly recommend go trying it out yourself. If you like any of the music, it's all on Spotify. If you can go ahead and listen. And thank you for watching.